But in Atlantic County particularly, travel is not recommended in many parts of that county because of the tremendous amount of water, up to 5 and 6 feet. So the flood warning for Atlantic County remains in effect until 11 o'clock this morning. The rest of us have clouds and some sunshine here and there. Another couple of showers could pop up this afternoon and this evening, high in the 70s. Clearing out tonight, 54 to 64, and we start the process over again tomorrow with mixed clouds and sun developing gradually, and an afternoon shower or storm possible tomorrow, 75 to 80, but some sunshine and nice weather this weekend with average highs of 77 to 82. Currently, we have 65 Morristown, 68 New Brunswick, 70 Ocean City. New Jersey instant weather every 10 minutes on New Jersey 101.5, serving South Jersey on 97.3 FM. This New Jersey weather sponsored by Rockefeller's at Woodbridge, New Jersey's newest dining and party experience. Choose from their gourmet menu or enjoy hot brick oven pizza in a relaxed, casual atmosphere. Rockefeller's, Route 35 North in Woodbridge.
Melissa in New Jersey 101.5, New Jersey's radio station. I'm Jim Gerhardt, talking with pet sitters and pet cities on New Jersey 101.5. It's 9:30 now.
Around the clock, around the state, from the cities to the shore. This is News Jersey.
Record-breaking rainfall. I'll have that story and more in a minute. Alan Casper's commuter forecast slowly drying out with changeable skies. However, a few showers could pop up this afternoon. Look for highs mainly in the 70s. I'm Mary Jo Powell with News Jersey at 9:30. 31 at News Jersey. It's a record breaker. More than 11 inches of rain fell at the Atlantic City International Airport, the most for any single day since they started keeping records there, 1945. All over South Jersey, roads are flooded and there are delays. New Jersey Transit says it's suspending train service between Egg Harbor and Atlantic City because of flooding. New Jersey Fast Traffic will have complete details coming up. Now, if you think New Jersey Transit has troubles today due to the flooding, just wait. Governor Whitman has fired off a letter to 1.5 Fast Traffic.
We still have some big delays along the New Jersey Turnpike northbound Eastern Spur approaching 15E through 15W. An accident cleared away about 5 to 10 minutes ago, but still the delay continues. The Western Spur a little slow in the same area. Along the Guard State Parkway southbound, an accident just cleared away in Clifton at exit number 156, starting to move nicely in that area. A lot of the normal delays starting to ease out now. Northbound Route 9 is fine into the Eddy. Routes 1 and 9 into the Pulaski Skyway easing as well. A southbound Route 287, this is going to stay the same. It's pretty slow from Route 1 to Durham Avenue. That's construction delay, so you can expect that all day today. Quick check of the Hudson River crossings for you. 25 minutes to New York using the Lincoln Tunnel. Divert to the Holland if you can. Much better at 15 minutes. The George Washington Bridge is the best bet with only minor delays on both decks. Just a reminder, you might want to check your airlines this morning before you leave to take your flight to make sure they're running on time. The Dover Township Bus Terminal shut down this morning. It's underwater. You need to go to the Old Toms River Bus Terminal instead. I'm Michelle Durham, New Jersey Traffic North.
I'm Jill Meyer, New Jersey Traffic South. 30 White Horse Pike, it's underwater between Atlantic City and the Parkway. It's passable, but I wouldn't go there. And also the Atlantic City Expressway westbound ramp at exit 12 and Mays Landing is blocked off with all the water. 55 North in Millville is also pretty busy at Route 49. They have it closed down because of the flooding. And also in Ship Bottom, lots of delays at the foot of the bridge, the Route 72 bridge. It's a lot of water. And the buses through Atlantic County have 1 hour delays, all of them. And the AC rail line that goes from Atlantic City to Egg Harbor with no service this morning because of the flooding situations. New Jersey Traffic is sponsored by the University of Pennsylvania Health System, the only hospital in the Delaware Valley to make the U.S. News Honor Roll. The University of Pennsylvania Medical Center, 1-800-789-PENN, the number to call. New Jersey Fast Traffic every 15 minutes around the clock. Next report at 9:48 on New Jersey 101, New Jersey 101.2. New Jersey 101.5 news time, 9:38. New Jersey 101.5 instant weather.
There is still extensive flooding left over from the massive rains of last night. In Atlantic County, a flood warning persists. Travel not recommended there till at least 11 o'clock this morning. Things are starting to recede. The floodwaters are, but it's going to take time. The rest of New Jersey, just clouds and some sun. A couple of showers could pop up again this afternoon and this evening. Not to worry, nothing severe. Highs in the 70s, then clearing late tonight, 54 to 64. Mixed sun and clouds will redevelop tomorrow, and that may fuel an afternoon shower or thunderstorm threat tomorrow, 75 to 80. But the weekend, some sunshine, dry, and highs of 77 to 82 Saturday and Sunday. This New Jersey weather sponsored by Germain's RV Headquarters. Travel with a recreational vehicle, and nearly any destination is yours to explore. For the best RV product lines and service, call Germain's RV Headquarters of Central Jersey at 1-800-656-1616. That's 1-800-656-1616.
Hallidan 64, Tracy 68, Northfield 71. New Jersey Instant Weather every 10 minutes on New Jersey 101.5, serving South Jersey on 97.3 FM. Next scheduled News Jersey at 10 o'clock. I'm Mary Jo Powell with New Jersey's 24-hour broadcast news team.
New Jersey 101.5, our own radio station. Not New York, not Philadelphia. Proud to be New Jersey. New Jersey 101.5.
Good morning. New Jersey 101.5 is New Jersey's radio station where we talk about life in the Garden State of New Jersey. We talk about the heavy stuff, and then we just kick around some lighter subjects now and again, as we are doing right now.
Sponsored by Kellogg's, the best to you each morning.
This is WeatherScope.
Well, getting around this morning in Boston and in New England will mean dealing with rain and lots of it in some cases. Good morning. Welcome to WeatherScope. I'm Vivian Brown.
And I'm Bruce Edwards. Now, that same system that will eventually leave cooler temperatures into the deep south has left Atlantic City, New Jersey with record rainfall and widespread flooding. And many roads in the area are reported closed. Travel is also said to be difficult, if not next to impossible, in sections of southern New Jersey. And you can see why when you've got 13.5 inches of rain, which has fallen there, and that's what they've seen in just the last 24 hours or so. Incredible amounts of rainfall there in Atlantic City. But look at Dover, Delaware, almost 9 inches of rain. JFK, over 3. Baltimore, 2 3/4. Islip, just about 2 inches of rain. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, you needed the rain. It was dry. You could use the moisture, but Mike, come on. A little more tolerable amounts here. Just spread it out a little bit. But unfortunately, Mother Nature just dumped on it. And we've had bus routes being delayed. We've had some trains being canceled in southern Jersey. It's just been a mess here right now. The upper low is back here. You see it spinning about here. Here's all the heavy moisture moving up into Maine and eastern Massachusetts. And look at this drier air, the black, all the way down southern Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama, edging into Georgia. That means some good news here. This does not mean good news. You see all the blow up of bright white clouds, and the heaviest surge of moisture is coming into Massachusetts right now. The president down there at Martha's Vineyard, not a great day for a vacation. He ought to fire his travel agent because it hasn't been real good here. This low scattering some showers back to the lakes, but we see the heavier rain continuing from Massachusetts on up into Portland, Maine right now, back into Vermont, New Hampshire, upstate New York, and there's spits and drizzles in the Hudson Valley out in Long Island, but the heaviest weather by far and away is moving just off Montauk Point now up through Block Island, Buzzards Bay, up to Providence. You get into New Bedford, Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket, some heavy downpours here, all pushing on through, but fortunately the rain in the Jersey Shore in Atlantic City is over with for the most part. Scattered showers wrap around the low. We're going to be talking a lot about this because the upper low is not going to go anywhere in the next couple of days. Temperatures aren't going to warm all that much in the next several hours because, again, of the lack of sunshine, the cloud cover, as you can see, mainly in the 60s. The south showing the dry air. Look at this, 69 in Birmingham and Nashville, 72 in Atlanta, but dew points are dropping. Drier air is infiltrating, but ahead of it, it is still tropical, and this trough is igniting a few thunderstorms back in towards Appalachia Bay right now with special marine warnings posted here, and some thunderstorms down around Hallandale and over to Naples, also prompting some special marine warnings. So you want to be careful in the Gulf coastal waters. But beyond that, north of that front, it's looking real nice. Vivian?
Well, the outlook is stormy again for the western high plains, and today's storms could be severe. Parts of Oklahoma could undergo another round of severe weather. Owasso, just northeast of Tulsa yesterday, saw not only heavy rains, but damaging winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. The winds, of course, blew down trees, which fell on power lines, so we have reports of power outages throughout the area. The look for thunderstorms today in western Nebraska, western Oklahoma, western Kansas, as already this morning we've had a few thunderstorms developing across the high plains here. It's all because we have a broad trough of low pressure digging out over the eastern half of the country and the broad northwesterly wind flow here. And caught up in that wind flow, we have little pockets of cold air and those little disturbances creating some showers and storms this morning. They have been widely scattered over the east central parts of Nebraska. You can see east central Oklahoma so far this morning, but this is our targeted area for thunderstorm activity throughout the day. Hail and high winds and lightning will accompany these storms too. So definitely an area we will watch for you as we have our trough of low pressure being carved over the east. Little ridge of high pressure building though over the Great Basin here from Nevada into California, so great weather expected here. But just off the coast of Washington and Oregon, we have another fairly huge system. It's an upper level low, and you can see it spiraling here, the southern Gulf of Alaska. This is the same system that actually pulled a lot of the remnants of Tropical Storm Ignacio northward, which is pretty atypical for this time of year to see a tropical system or the tropical moisture move that far north in latitude. But this is a fairly huge upper level low that's spinning in the southern Gulf of Alaska. So with our upper level low here, but our ridge of high pressure over the intermountain region in the Great Basin, you can see all of the sunny conditions expected today from, say, Salt Lake City over to Reno, Nevada, Seattle, and Portland, but widely scattered showers and storms over the intermountain west, the western high plains, again as we have that trough of low pressure over the east. Now it will get even deeper, the trough of low pressure over the east, as we work toward the weekend. So that means cooler than average readings over the east and a lot of unsettled weather too, particularly over the northeast, as Bruce just showed you, the heavier rain skirting the coast here of New England from Boston to down east Maine. So not only is it wet, but unseasonably cool over a good part of the northeast. The trailing cold front, though, means good news for the southeast, the Tennessee River Valley. As high pressure builds in, we will lower the humidity levels, and you could not ask for a better day. In mid-August anyway, northern Georgia around Atlanta, we're forecasting highs today in the mid-80s with low humidity levels. Very, very pleasant. But that's not it, because this surface front will continue to move south, and many places over the Gulf coastal region will see relief from the humidity over the southeast. So notice the progression of that front as it heads toward the Gulf coastal region. Again, drier, cooler air building behind it. And throughout the intermountain region, we'll find some widely scattered showers and storms. Here's a quick look at the afternoon highs today. And notice your cool spot, the Great Lakes, the Northeast, readings well below average for this time of year. Now, actually, that feels like fall.
That's right. My sister-in-law will be complaining she wants the heat.
Really?
She's not going to get it. Well, if you're traveling today, we'll take a closer look at the weather that you might find when you arrive at your destination.
That's coming up next on Travel Wise, right after your local forecast.
Making plenty of high-fiber fruits, vegetables, and grains.
Center. This is News 10 Midday.
Thousands of people are dealing with flooded homes and businesses at this hour after record rainfall blasts South Jersey overnight.
Over a foot of rain in some places, shutting down Atlantic City Airport, severely crippling the hospital and forcing hundreds of people from their homes.
Good morning and welcome to a busy Thursday. I'm Connie Cola.
I'm Steve Levy.
And our top story this midday is the weather. Thousands of people are mopping up along the Jersey Shore after the coast gets slammed with the biggest rainstorm in recent history. A live shot for you from Chopper 10 and the Gyrocam over the Route 40 bridge, which is over the Great Egg River. That's in Mays Landing. Now, the bridge is closed right now because officials are worried that this bridge could collapse, and you can see it bowing there in the middle a little bit. They say that there are some parts that are starting to crumble, so we are watching this very closely, but it looks like that bridge for now is completely shut down, and if it does start to crumble, we probably will not see any of it open anytime soon. A little bit closer look at the bridge there, and you can see parts of it starting to wash away just on the corner there a little bit. We'll keep you posted on what's happening with that. Now, here's a map of the hardest hit areas for you.
All are in South Jersey. Hamilton and Egg Harbor and Galloway townships all receiving incredible record amounts, 10 to 13 inches in some areas. And in Pomona, amazingly, nearly 14 inches of rain fell overnight. The worst flooding has occurred in Cumberland, Ocean, and Atlantic counties.
Channel 10 crews throughout the area. We begin our team coverage this morning with Siani Lee joining us from Pomona, New Jersey. Siani?
Good morning, Steve. We're at Atlantic City International Airport. We are standing in the middle of Amelia Earhart Boulevard. This is the main thoroughfare into the airport, and this is an incredible sight here behind me. This taxi cab here is underwater along with a second car on the other end of the street here. And we've been told that basically the airport is shut down by the Egg Harbor Township Police. We're being told that water right now is being pumped off the runway. All access roads into the airport are closed. The only people that are being allowed into the airport are employees. There have been some conflicting reports this morning about whether or not the airport is open. The last word that I just got confirmed from the police officer here on the scene is that the airport is still closed. Now, that's the situation here at the airport. Several neighborhoods in the Egg Harbor Township area have been devastated by this flooding, and many people say they have never seen anything like this in years. Neighborhood streets turned into lakes. This is what many Egg Harbor Township residents face this morning.
I've never seen anything like this. I've been here about 18 years now.
Dan Lundberg's front yard on Theodore Avenue was completely submerged. He fought the rising water all night and finally gave up.
I was down there last night trying to get all the water out with the sub pumps, but it rained so hard for a period of about 45 minutes that it was just completely overtaking me. I had to get out of there.
Across the street, the water invaded Helen Jones' backyard. She also discovered she had a swimming pool in her basement.
It's a nightmare. I just said, oh my God. I just kept saying, oh my God. I can't believe it. Never, ever saw anything like this. Look at it. Never.
The heavy smell of natural gas filled the air and bubbled in the street. There is no electricity, no phone line, and now no drinking water. The people here depend on wells for that, but health officials now fear there could be contamination. The high waters left many motorists stranded as well. They too were caught off guard by the fast-falling rain.
Roads were fine. We went out, and next thing we know, we're leaving. About an hour later, roads everywhere. It was just like, I mean, it was up to the curb everywhere.
Many of the residents that we talked to are worried now that they will not be able to recover from the damage from this flooding because many of them do not have flood insurance. One of the more unusual scenes that we've seen in this area, a lot of the public phones on the streets and the shopping centers are being lined up with people because the phone lines are down in many, many areas. That's the situation here. Also in Hamilton Township, we talked with the coordinator for emergency services here in Atlantic County, and he tells us that Hamilton Township is in a state of emergency because they have had so much devastating flooding in that area. Live in Egg Harbor Township, I'm Siani Lee, News 10.
Incredible that much damage could be done overnight. All right, thank you, Siani.
Well, as you can imagine, this has been a busy morning for a lot of people, including the Atlantic County emergency management workers. They've been touring that county trying to figure out how much damage there is and exactly where it is. So let's go live on the phone right now to the acting emergency management coordinator for Atlantic County, Mike Sherman. Mike, we thank you for taking time out to join us. Now tell us exactly what you have found in your assessment.
Well, Atlantic County an hour ago declared a state of emergency for the entire county. We're particularly concerned about those communities that have been most impacted by this severe flooding, and that's Egg Harbor Township and Hamilton Township. The state of emergency means that those individuals who are residents that are using our roadways must stay off the roadways that are closed and bridges that are closed. And we've had a number of bridges washed away. Some of our roads are still, major arteries are still in those areas impacted by 2 to 3 feet of water. Our airport was closed this morning. We've had evacuations at West Atlantic City, the motels leading to Atlantic City. We're having evacuations as we speak in parts of Atlantic County due to low oxygen levels, residents complaining of headaches and dizziness, and we're in the process of evacuating them. To compound the problem with the severe flooding is our hazmat teams are responding to a number of incidents involving underground storage tanks that are creating fuel spills in roadways and potentially onto waterways. So you can see we have our hands full. In Absecon alone, the damage is estimated at $7 million, the loss of a Mercedes-Benz dealership and possibly a hardware store.
Mike, you were saying that quite a few of the bridges are washed out. Can you name some of the bigger ones for us?
Yes, the Gravelly Run Bridge and Mays Landing is washed out, and as we speak, the Sugar Hill interchange is a bridge there that washed out within the last hour, and we're evacuating homes around that area.
And these fuel spills that you're talking about, any of those, could they cause a fire? Is there any danger there, or is it just a hazard as far as having the fuel out there?
I think, well, they're being contained right now, and there's no danger as far as any potential fire or anything is concerned. The fire departments, the police emergency management crews, as well as our health department, have those things under control. But it's a compounding problem, and that's why we have to declare a state of emergency to get a handle and also open the doors to get state assistance if we need it.
Like, property damage is one thing, but we're concerned about people. Do you have any reports of injuries or death?
Fortunately, we have no reports of any serious injuries and no reports of death. And there's no question about it. The impact on some of these people is going to be certainly take an awful long time to, and that's why we have our damage assessment teams out right now. And we've had advised residents throughout the area to stay put in these flooded areas. Assistance has been forthcoming, and evacuations have proceeded in an orderly fashion. But no serious problems in regards to the threat of life.
Okay, we are seeing some video now from Chopper 10 and the gyrocam of these high rivers and rushing waters. How many people, can you tell me an estimate, are being evacuated from Atlantic County?
Conservatively speaking, at least several hundred people have been evacuated. I don't know how many homes.
Okay, well, we know you'll continue to follow this, and we will continue to check in with you as well as you become available. Mike, thank you so much for being with us.
Well, damage has been done. We've got to see what's in the future for the weather right now.
Bill Henley joins us from the Weather Center. It has been an incredible day, Bill.
Yeah, it's unreal how much rain fell. They picked up more rain than they've ever seen in one day. In fact, they picked up in just 24 hours more rain than they've ever seen in an entire month. The old monthly record for Atlantic City International Airport was just over 13 inches of rain set in July of 1959. They picked up 13.52 inches of rain in just the past 24 hours. A string of thunderstorms that raged through the area since 8 o'clock last night and only ended at 6 o'clock this morning was responsible. Here's how it looked on radar at 11:30 last night. Our Earthwatch NexRad Doppler radar captured the strong line of thunderstorms that developed just inland of shore communities. That's where the heaviest rainfall fell. And you can see as we stick this into motion how it raged through the night with drenching rains that finally moved offshore this morning. Right now we're looking at a clear radar screen and the clouds are beginning to thin as well. Get a little sunshine in here, and this afternoon we'll start the drying process. This is a look at the storm totals based on the radar alone. You can see our indicator, our index there goes up to 10 inches, and that's the white area. And that white area stretches from just east of Dover right on past Millville and through the Atlantic City Airport area. In fact, the Atlantic City Airport area, you can see there's one color that's not on the chart that's even higher than 10 inches. So that's 12 inches and above. And sure enough, they came in with 13.52 inches. There was lots of rainfall, not only at Atlantic City International Airport, but we have some impressive totals from the entire area that I'll have for you with the complete Earthwatch forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Bill.
And, of course, commuting. It was almost impossible to get around that area. Our Chopper 10 and the gyrocam has been touring the area, and this is what it found: Route 322 and Route 50 in Hamilton Township, Atlantic County. Cars underwater, of course, abandoned by their drivers, and when you